love and romance tarot readings. I am super excited to get into today's pick a card because today we're going to do a reading to tap into who is actively going to pursue you next in love. Who is going to be your next romantic interest that is really putting in the effort to pursue you and, you know, see where it could go. So that is the reading today. My Etsy shop is linked in the description below. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But other than that, pause the video if you need more time with the piles. You can always pick more than one pile as well. And we'll get started. We got group 1 with the blue geode, group 2 with the purple geode, group 3 with the orange geode, and group 4 with the white geode. So like I said, you know, take as much time as you need. Pause the video if you need to, but we're just going to jump right into it. All right, if you chose group 1 with the blue geode, this is your reading, tapping in to see who will pursue you, who will actively pursue you next. What will be the nature of the connection? You know, what are they offering, looking for? We're going to get into all of those details today. So Spirit, this is for group 1 with the blue geode. Show me who will actively pursue group 1 next. Ooh, okay. Now this is funny because we have self-focus and soulmate. So you guys may have set your intentions recently, like specifically to manifest a soulmate. That may have been the word that you were using. And other than that, you know, you've been really focusing on yourself. That's what it says at the bottom of self-focus, which is really self-explanatory. You've been focusing on yourself, doing your own thing. And honestly, it's not to necessarily even make yourself better, like for a romantic connection. You've just been practicing your self-care and really focusing on yourself and saying, okay, what's meant for me will come into my life, and let me make it, you know, open. Let me leave it open though. Spirit, bring to me my soulmate. Harmonic soul union is what it says at the bottom of soulmate, but it's funny because we have past life and serious intentions. So you're connecting with someone who's a past life lover. That's the person who is pursuing you next, a past life love connection. And they do have serious intentions. And it's just funny how you were like, I want a soulmate. And Spirit's like, oh, easy. I'll send you, you know, this soul that you already have spent a lifetime with. A past life love connection is what it says at the bottom of past life. At the bottom of serious intentions, it says playing for keeps. So immediately it's looking like this person is coming in with pretty serious intention. And they're wanting to play for keeps. So let's see what else we get. Spirit, what does group 1 need to know about this past life love connection? What does group 1 need to know about this person pursuing them? What is happening in their journey of self-care? Yeah, we have healing heart and not enough. So to be honest, I feel like you guys kind of got fed up with the dating pool and just not like meeting with anyone that's been worth your while, worth getting excited about. So again, there's this energy, like clearly you guys have not been putting major focus on love. And if you have, it's been in a very personal way where it's like, okay, I'm not going to try to appeal to just everyone at this point. I'm going to make a commitment to be more authentic to myself so I can attract more of a match. So kind of like that same thing, self-focused, but in a backwards kind of way where it's like, okay, I'm still working on this thing that I want in my life, but I'm also trying to be more authentic so I can attract more of a better match. So we have the healing heart and not enough. Healing Heart says healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships or addiction. Not Enough says frustrated in a relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear and ego issues, and jealousy. So honestly, I feel like you guys are tired of all of this. You're tired of feeling jealous over other people, whether or not you know them. You may have even found that, you know, in the beginning when you're on social media, you would like little couple videos and, you know, kind of just have this sense of wishful thinking, but now it actually irritates you. So you've just stopped liking that content, so the algorithm stopped, you know, sending it to you, and you've really been trying to focus on getting yours. Like, I feel an energy of you guys being really serious with yourself. Like, what is it actually keeping me in the way of meeting my best, you know, romantic partner? And through life, you've been learning that it has something to do with, I feel, your authenticity. Because there's an energy, especially with people who are more like people who have anxious attachment styles or are more likely to people please, whether it comes from childhood or whatever. Typically, those kind of people will try to make themselves appeal to everyone. So it's like they don't get a break in the workplace, they don't get a break in school, they don't get a break at home, because they're trying to constantly put on this mask for everyone so that everyone else can have like the best experience. And you've been really like learning through life that you need to curate the experience for yourself. We have the Girl Talk card. When this card came out, I heard Bumble BFF. So you guys may have been trying to make friends or hanging out with friends, meeting new people, new coworkers, listening to more like feminine oriented content online and, you know, like feminine empowerment or women empowerment. Girl Talk says times with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment and having fun. So again, this is clearly like life has kind of brought you to this point, like you focusing, it's like life is teaching you through you living your life differently, more about, you know, building friendships and connecting with empowering people who genuinely care about you and want to support you. Like relieving yourself of all of the pressure of making everyone happy and having some fun yourself has taught you what the problem is. So it's not like you've been looking for it or necessarily doing a bunch of like spiritual practices to grow into this understanding, but life has just naturally taught you. The way that you feel tells you so much. It tells you everything you need to know. The fact that you feel so much more content and happy when you're living for you just kind of has taught you. So we have Camera in Paradise. Paradise says happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, and enjoying each other. The Camera says reminiscing, keepsake, perception, learn from the past, make memories. So I feel like someone may be watching you on social media. A lot of people may be watching you on social media. You may have gone viral recently, or you're starting to build a following because there's an energy of someone watching you. It could be someone particular. But that is the energy. Also, people are seeing you a lot more, whether it's you're dressing up when you go to work, you know, like, because it feels more empowering, it feels better, or you're actually just going out better or more. Like I said, I felt like some of you guys were like making friends and making an actual effort to make friends and make connections and go out. So the energy slowly but surely, it's just rising from here, you guys. It's just rising from here. And the person who's going to be pursuing you next is a soulmate, or that's the intention you set, but definitely a past life lover. And a past life lover can be a soulmate. Actually, past life lovers are kind of like, in a way, when you think about it, kind of guaranteed to be soulmates, because they were with you in the past lifetime, whether it's just pure partnership and love that person brought you, or you guys actually learn lessons through each other. Like, that's still like a soulmate, a person that is in this lifetime incarnated with you at the same time. That's a mate to your soul. So try not to get like too wrapped up in the titles anyways, but you are attracting a past life love connection. Spirit, what can you tell me about this connection? What are they going to be offering group one? What are they trying to do with group one? Wow. Okay, cool. I love this. At the bottom of the deck, we have the release card as well. And I noticed that it's fall there, so you may be doing a lot of releasing, specifically in the fall season. It feels like a lot of purging going on. But we have new beginnings, love, and simplicity. So this person doesn't want to build on the past life connection necessarily. They want to create something totally new with you. Also, with you guys recreating yourself, they may be mirroring that back. They may be also recreating themselves as you're meeting them. So it's like you guys are recreating yourself and then creating a life together that's more authentic to who you truly are versus like societal expectations and what society tells you your goals should be, or, you know, who you should be and what you should do. Really creating a life that works best for the both of you. And then we have the love card here, which is really straightforward. This person is trying to have a romantic relationship with you. It's not just about like partnership and friendship, even though you'll definitely have that too, but they really want to bond with you. I'm getting a quality time energy with them. Like their love language may be quality time. Your love language may be quality time too, or that may just be your thing with this person. You guys spend a lot of time just together, and it doesn't matter what you're doing. Like they could be playing the game, you could be on your phone, or you could be watching a movie in the living room. They could be cooking, but like just being in each other's space and being able to connect with each other as, you know, after they cut up the onions, put them in the pan, as they're, you know, heating up, they come over, give you a kiss, give you a little rub on the shoulder. I feel like very genuine connection, and it's not about the physical touch aspect, but you guys do like to touch, and it's not in a sensual kind of way. Well, sensual actually is the best word to use for it, but it's not about like, okay, we're getting charged up for the bedroom tonight. It's more like just genuine connection here. And then we have the simplicity card. So you're still going to be doing healing as you're with this person, but because they have other things to focus on, I don't see them like really helping you through your healing. I don't feel like anyone can help you through your healing anyways. Like it doesn't matter who were to walk into my life today. They weren't a part of like my last relationship or the things that I've been through in my childhood. So they can't give me anything beyond perspective. They can't heal that. That's something that I have to do alone. So with you guys, I feel like you being in this relationship gives you the support and security to know that I already have a relationship. You know, I have my person that cares about me. I can really start to do this work. And because they're focused on other things, when you guys come together, it's like good vibes. It's like the relief, you know, it's kind of like getting off of work and finally getting to, you know, see your person. It's like, ooh, this is a relief. I don't want to think about work. I'm not thinking about work anymore. I don't even care what I went through today. I just want to be with my baby. Like I just want to, you know, cuddle up. So that's the energy here with simplicity, but the relationship is very simple. I'm not picking up on any drama. Their intentions is going to be to get into a relationship with you, to offer you a relationship, and this is going to be the start of something new. This is going to be the start of a new era for you. We have flexibility and success. So Spirit is saying this has to do with your manifestation, because in the beginning of your reading, we were talking about like you guys setting intention, trying to keep it as open as possible by just saying like, Spirit, bring me my soulmate. You know, not trying to make it too specific so that you end up with someone who's not actually your soulmate, but just like being open, trusting in the divine and saying, Spirit, bring me this type of connection, bring me this person. So with that being said and done, you've already set the intention. What's aligning you with this person and you realizing that you need someone like this definitely happened through you going out, connecting with other people, having some girl talk or having some talk with your friends, just kind of enjoying your life and making memories. So that would be all that there is for you to do. It reminds me of the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule. 80% of the outcomes that you experience are directly affected by only 20% of the income, or not the income, the input. So what does that mean? That means that only 20% that you do affects so much more, 80% of the stuff that actually happens to you. So you put in your little 20%, you set your intention. Whenever spirit kind of calls you to do XYZ, you do that. But that would be all that is, called of you. Other than that, you're going to really want to be flexible for success to come through. And also, like, I had this revelation the other day with something that I paid for. I didn't get like exactly what I paid for. Like, I paid for a service and it was just so janky, and I paid a good amount of money for it, so I was kind of bummed about it. And I was about to reach out to customer service and okay, this is not okay. But I had some things starting to come in that I did not expect, and I was just like, Spirit, I felt in my gut, like, don't reach out to customer service, don't do it. And I'm like, why? I paid for something and I didn't get it. And I talked to Spirit about it because I'm like, okay, there's good things coming in, but this was a good amount of money, Spirit, so I'm gonna need some revelation. And Spirit was like, sometimes I make certain things happen so that there is a deficit, so that you need to be paid. It puts you in a state of something has been done unfair to you, or something that you paid for wasn't equally repaid, so I can give you something better. So like, say something negative happens, don't revert back to the old programming. Assume that it is so you can be paid back even more. And it's just energetics, and it's not the logical, factual explanation, but neither is dating, neither is love. I can't completely explain why that made so much sense, or why it worked that way for me, but Spirit told me to tell you about that. So if something happens, let it happen and assume that it's so you can get something even better and even better to create that energetic exchange. We have the Strength card in reverse, the Two of Wands and the Magician. So there is something exactly like that is gonna happen. But Spirit is like, listen, 111 energy. This is because your manifestation is coming. Strength in reverse. You feel like something was unfair. Maybe it was even the past relationship. And Two of Wands, parts of you wants to go back to the past just to get your lick back, or just to get even with that person, just to make it right, to get an apology so the scales can be balanced. But if you're balanced, you're now creating from such a place where it's like you have to travel so much further now just to get your next reward or good thing, because you've already balanced the scales by going back, making this person's life hell, especially when you're looking all good and feeling good, This person is already taking an L, not by having you anymore, the last person that you dated, or whatever it is. It could be something completely unrelated to love. It's crazy how when you start focusing on yourself or start focusing on your career, all of a sudden your love life is popping off. Everything is connected. Everything to do with love isn't directly affected by things that happen in love. A lot of times, you'll have a deficit here so you can have an increase there. So, oh my God, Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This is marriage energy, you guys. And throughout your entire reading, I kept naturally saying relationship. This relationship is going to be because it's so strong, relationship energy. We got the Hermit. Spirit is saying, like, really protect yourself at this time. Continue to grow. Be mindful of who you're hanging out with and making friends with. Don't do too much. The Hermit and the Four of Pentacles is like, only go somewhere and do something if you really want to. And I'm not talking about getting over that hump of finally starting to like go out and mingle with other people again. And also, this doesn't have to necessarily be going out. This could be you having an online community of people that you connect with that are interested in the same things that you're interested in. This could be an energy of you just doing the things that you love to do. I remember I was redecorating my house like a year ago, and now I'm doing a lot of painting personally. So I just made this art wall in my film room that's really, really cool. And I feel so good in here now. And before, when I had redecorated my home a year ago, it was to align myself with the life that I wanted. So I would decorate my home with like my future husband in mind, or my future, partner in mind, my future guest who would come over. And I feel so much love and so much more coolness and sweetness here, and so much more has manifested since I've started to hang up my own paintings around my house and really decorate for me and my aesthetic. that it's naturally causing like just abundance to come in from every corner of the universe that I never could have even expected. And, you know, Spirit is just kind of saying like living for you is the goal right now. It's going to cause everything to fall into place. You've done your 20%. Anything that you haven't done will clearly present itself to you. You'll be able to complete it and move on with your life. It's not going to feel like this huge, heavy undertaking. It's not going to feel like you're doing the impossible. It'll feel, even if it's, you know, you're facing something difficult, it should still feel relatively easy, not like it's absolutely impossible. And the things that are impossible, you need to leave up to that higher power. We have the World in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So there's this energy, this assumption that you already know who this is, and I really don't think that you do. This would also tell me that you're actually associating value with the wrong people. So make sure you're mindful of that as well. Don't try to make someone fit this mold. Oh, but they are this person. You know, they do have so much love in their heart. They're just shitty at communication, or they have childhood trauma. It's not this person. This person, I'm telling you, is going to love you down, okay? It is not this person. If they're not loving you only, it is just not them. Like, the energy coming in is so sweet. We got the Five of Cups, so Spirit is kind of saying the manifestation is not here yet. And, you know, honestly, you would know in your spirit if it's this person or not. You really would. Doesn't mean that it's not still a valuable, you know, connection if you are dealing with someone right now, but that is not this person. You would just know, if you wouldn't have to question it. So we have friendship and blame. Blame says I accept responsibility for my well-being. So you may be blaming your parents or hanging on to hate for the church or whoever hurt you, a friend, a lover, and Spirit is saying accepting responsibility for your well-being allows you to be able to move forward. It's not about them, but you've spent enough of your life being under their influence and then also suffering after you finally were able to break free from that. You've lived enough of your life worrying about other people and what they could have done, should have done. They didn't. And it's just, you know, it's time to move forward with your life. We have friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Spirit is really leaning you guys towards friendship, because it's funny because I went on my whole art spiel. Like, even if you're into art and that's what you want to do and you want to stay home, doing things that you like to do is recommended. But Spirit is actually really doubling down on that friendship energy. So this is a great time for you guys to make friends group one. It would really benefit you, even if it's an online community. So yeah, that is what I have for you guys. My Etsy is below in the description. If you'd like a private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 2 with the purple stone, this is your reading using the Cat Tarot for you guys today. To tap in and see who will actively pursue you next in love. What actions are they going to take? How are they feeling about you? What are their intentions? That kind of reading. So let's see, Spirit, this is for group 2 with the purple geode. Who will actively pursue them next? We got the past life card that came up for you guys, and it also came up for group 1, super strong. Okay, let's see. I really do feel like there's going to be 2 options that are going to come up here, but we'll see. Spirit, give me some clarity. Is this 1? Ugh, oh my God. So we have past life, twin flame, secret feelings, long-term, reconciliation, humility, and self-focus. Tapping into this energy, you guys are like a manifesting magnet, first of all. It's funny because I was telling the same thing to group 1. It's like, as soon as you start to focus on yourself, it's like all of a sudden, you know, all these love offers are coming through. As soon as you decide, okay, you know what, I'm going to take a break off of love. I'm going to focus on my career. Or I'm going to focus on my life purpose, whatever. All of a sudden, like, it's like everyone is running you down, trying to get you in a relationship. And it looks like that's exactly the root of what's happening for you guys as well. Focusing on self is what it says at the bottom of the self-focus card, but it's really self-explanatory. Now we have twin flame, so we're going to have to get clear about these connections coming through. High-level soul connection is what it says at the bottom of twin flame. At the bottom of past life, it says a past life love connection. And then we have reconciliation, coming back together in love. Reconciliation could be talking about the past life. So I'm going to clarify right now so I know if we're dealing with one or two energies. Spirit, is reconciliation referring to the past life love connection? Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And the Hanged Man. There's an opportunity clearly here. And it's like maybe it could be both if you know that. Ten of Pentacles is like it didn't work out. But that's typically true of past life love connections. Not always, but sometimes, especially depending on the time period and your status. A lot of people, it doesn't work out, which is why they find each other in the next lifetime. So I just want some more clarity. Hangman lets me know that you guys are in alignment this lifetime, though, so you will be able to surrender to each other. I just want to be clear if this is the same or a different energy. And the Knight of Swords. We have the Eight of Wands in reverse and the Ten of Cups in reverse. So this has been a long time coming. To be honest, I feel like these are two different energies. But we'll see as the reading continues to unfold. The reason that makes me feel like this is two different energies is we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse and the Ten of Cups in reverse. That is like a huge reason. There is no way someone like this can come back in your life unless you guys have, I mean, been to jail over this person, had this person's child, and they left you cold, high and dry, took all of your money, emptied out your bank account, skirted off on you. Unless you had that extreme of a situation with this person, these are two different people, because there is no way that anyone would let this person back in their life. And I'm not saying that that's what they did to you in the past, like in the past life, because if this is past life, which I'm feeling like it is, it's like, okay, we couldn't work because we were at two different statuses. Ten of Cups in reverse, our love was forbidden. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, we weren't equally yoked financially. You know what I'm saying? But to have this in the same lifetime and this person to come back, that's just a ghetto mess. And I don't read for ghetto messes. Not like that. Not that extreme. So past life and reconciliation are two different people. But anyway, it's good to know that this is what you're attracting, a past life love connection. Eight of Wands in reverse, the World, and the Knight of Swords is like you guys are finally in alignment. Also, the World talks about like completion. The World talks about going through a lot of lessons already and then finally being able to unlock this connection because of all of the things that you've learned. So the only other scenario where I feel like this could be someone you know from this lifetime is if this is a like the first person you ever dated, and it's like, okay, yeah, maybe a lot happened and it was so ghetto because it was like high school drama or whatever, and we haven't seen each other in years. But this is not someone you knew last year, 6 months ago. This is like years long, if this is possibly, for very few of you, someone you know in this lifetime. So that's what I got there. Eight of Wands in reverse, long time coming. And the Knight of Swords finally in alignment to where they can take action and they'll be communicating to you. And this really feels like first communication. Knight of Swords is like communication after a long time of not hearing anything, focusing on yourself, working on yourself, and finally opening yourself back up to dating. And so now you can have someone come through. Okay, Spirit, is this reconciliation card talking about this twin flame? We got the Death card in reverse. Okay. And then what's under that? The Three of Pentacles in reverse. Ooh, they weren't listening to spirit. They were trying to do their own thing. Now that sounds a lot more likely. So this Death card is your twin flame. I don't know if you know that this person is your twin flame, but there is a high level soul connection here. Also, we have the Secret Feelings card. And the thing is, all of these are coming to you in the same time. Not literally on the same day, but like in the same month, to where it's like, it's all coming up here. We have Secret Feelings. This is a totally separate person. I feel like that's also the energy of the people who have been admiring you with all of this work that you've done on yourself. We have long-term spiritual based in humility. So you've really humbled yourself and also been humbled by the universe. It's like you've learned lessons on your own accord, your own doing, and you've learned a lot due to what spirit has kind of thrown you in this lifetime. At the bottom of humility, it says selfless in all ways. So you guys have definitely been doing a lot of really good self-focus because you're to the point where even though, you know, things have been done to you, you're not looking to, you know, get back at someone. You honestly just want a healthy, clean, simple connection. You're ready to be selfless. You're ready to love again. And you're ready to move forward. And then we have spiritual base. Spiritual connection is what it says at the bottom of that. And then we have long-term, in it for the long run. So what you guys are trying to manifest is a long-term connection with someone who's spiritual. I feel like you guys have realized that if you're going to date someone, they do have to have their own connection with spirit, God, the divine, whatever, with the higher power, with their higher selves. Because when stuff hits the fan, which inevitably it will, we'll go through depressions, we'll go through like losses, whatever. You need someone that you don't have to heal. You don't want to be a nurse. You don't want to sign up to be anyone's mother, anyone's father, caretaker. You need someone who has a spiritual connection or a connection to the higher power so that they can get some guidance on their own, or so that they can pursue a higher path when stuff hits the fan, when things get tough. And then we got Secret Feelings here, which honestly is just like the energy of people who are kind of checking you out. I feel like there's some people that are crushing on you. I don't feel action taken yet. Let me just clarify, since we've already clarified everything else. Spirit, are the people with secret feelings, are they taking action soon? The biggest things though is this twin flame coming back with this reconciliation, and this past life connection coming in for the first time. We have the Emperor, Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Wow. I just heard prophecy. There may be something you always felt destined to be like with a specific kind of person, or you may have had dreams since you were young about somebody that you knew that you were going to eventually meet in this lifetime, and it is coming up here in this reading. So it is a romantic connection in some way. But we have the Emperor, Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Eight of Pentacles in reverse is like, I don't have enough to pursue this connection now. I'm not in my Emperor status, or I don't have the proper offer for you. So I feel like Spirit wants you to know, like, you have a super strong connection coming to you from a past life where you're finally in alignment with this person. And that's the thing, like, people assume it's one at a time. It's really not. Like, you can meet a past life connection, a twin flame, and a super strong soulmate connection or whatever, all at the same time, all in the same lifetime. It's not like Spirit's like, okay, does this one work? Nope, that one didn't work. Okay, let me send you one more. Like, people go through it all the time. You're in a relationship and then you're like crushing super hard on someone else, trying to tap into your self-restraint, but you can meet someone anywhere at any time. Because I know this is like a lot for you guys, but it's just your time. Some of you guys have never had this either, like this period in your life where there's so many love offers, so that'll also just be really fun. But yeah, we have the Emperor, so they're kind of bubbling up, you know, like they're working on themselves. Eight of Pentacles is like, I don't have the proper offer now, but you've seen me in the dream space, or I've seen you in the dream space or in other dimensions, and I'm coming. So I'm like, ooh. We have the Three of Cups in Justice. This is an energy of you living your very best life, being treated, being taken out. You have been, you know, it kind of feels like you're in your, not your villain era, but just like doing you era where things are about you. And for a lot of you, I don't see that you're used to at least having this happen like all at once. But for a lot of pile 2, it's something you've never experienced, where this many people are like wanting to be with you romantically. I'm like, oh my God. We got the 10 of Swords and the 2 of Wands in reverse. So this person makes things really easy on you, but also this person has like a dark scorpionic energy with that 10 of Swords, or a Plutonian energy about them, where it's like they really resonate with badness. They really resonate with pain. Like they don't want to hear what makes you light. They want to hear what makes you dark. They give you a space to be bad, to be mean, to be yourself, not just always nice, love and light all the time. It's just not reality. So if you're a little harsh, if you are a really clear communicator, if you can be a little bitchy, okay, let's be real about it. This person is not dissuaded by that. Okay, that's very interesting. Spirit, what else can you tell me for group 2? Well, this is something to be very excited about. We got abundance and the palm tree. Abundance says keeping a positive mindset, manifesting exactly what you want, gratitude and bliss. The palm tree says stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. So I feel like you're attracting this because you are this. You are abundant. You've been really affirming positive things to yourself. You are focused. You are relaxed. You're not in a rush to be in a relationship. If it's not right at this point, if it's not a relationship that's not going to serve you, it's not going to be in your life at this point. You are truly willing to be alone, and you're already alone anyway, feeling alone when you're with someone that isn't really there, like they're physically there but they're not really there. So you guys just have so much more perspective. The Chaser and Healing Heart and the Coffin, I love that. Coffin, endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. I don't feel like you guys want to be bothered with this reconciliation energy. I wish only one energy came up, but that's just the reality. So we can focus on just like one person and what to do with that. But you got a lot coming towards you, and you may feel like things are quiet, too quiet. It's the calm before the storm, before your love life is all of a sudden like taking off, group 2. With this Coffin being here though, it says endings bring new beginnings. So if I had to say, I feel like you're going to go for this person. I feel like the secret feelings person is very tempting, but I feel like this is coming after these two. These two I feel like are coming first, and they're coming around the same time. Like I said, they're likely going to come like in the same month. The secret feelings energy is still building. So if you just so happen to meet this person, you'll likely be very sexually attracted to this person, very attracted naturally from like a body space, like your body calls out for this person or craves this person. You may be attracted to them in that way if you just so happen to meet them. But I feel like this is like maybe a flirtationship you guys will have, but for the most part, it just doesn't happen. I don't see anything hitting the fan. I just see like this person would be really good for you. 3 of Cups and the Justice card came out with them. The Emperor came out with them. This is divine masculine energy. Emphasis on divine, not just masculinity, toxic masculinity. This is someone with a purpose, and I don't know. I don't feel like it's important. We do have the 10 of Swords that did come up, but they may be healing. But if they're healing, it feels like they're healing like childhood trauma versus like, oh, from a relationship. It feels like very internal, like they may not be happy with themselves at this time, or they're trying to understand themselves better. I keep seeing someone who is what they would call a light skin. And I know that a lot of like mixed race people really struggle with a sense of belonging, because it's like this community doesn't fully accept me, that community doesn't fully accept me, and I am very unhappy with myself. And also like genetically wise, those people, they struggle because you have 2 totally different DNAs that are trying to work together. So I find that, you know, mixed race people actually tend to be like more easily angered or easily set off off into any emotion, happiness, sadness, because it's like one DNA kind of takes over for that moment, and it almost comes across like instant, and it's just very, anyways. But we have the Chaser and Healing Heart. So I see you guys healing from chasing, and I feel like you're going to put an end to this reconciliation energy with that twin flame. The Chaser says, Chaser in a codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issues. So you may have had like a parent or a friend or a spontaneous move from your childhood that caused you to feel abandoned, or some sort of abandonment wound due to you losing like your community of support, of people, of friends, or that could be like, you'll know if this is talking about love, if you've always been the Chaser. And then we have the Healing Heart, healing from heartbreak, freedom from toxic relationships and addiction. So you guys are moving on with your life, freeing yourself from what doesn't serve you. And as far as who is actively pursuing you next, I feel like this is something to be excited about. I also feel like Spirit brought this here so that you don't put any pressure on any connection, so that you don't feel like, oh, I need to make it work with my twin flame, or oh, I need to make it work with this person from the past life. Spirit wants you to know you have even more options that will unfold for you in the future. So especially if you're not used to all this action at once, that would put you in a very like a naturally pressured space where you feel like I need to choose one, and Spirit is letting you know you don't need to choose, not right away. You can take your time. Don't feel pressured. If something doesn't work out, just know like they will be replaced. We got Lightning at the bottom of the deck. And this definitely talks about that quick energy that you guys are experiencing. It says sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, and transformation. So there could be a physical move or some sort of upheaval that's happening for you as well. And that could be what's causing these like new relationships to come through, because you're in a new place. So you're not around like the same old town, same old people, whatever. I love this. We have, it's not as if you need anyone, and you glow, we beam, thank you. You glow, we beam is basically like a message from the universe saying you glowing, you achieving so much, you doing so much for the collective and learning certain things and giving to certain people. It definitely didn't go to waste. That is the reason that we are able to beam and shine brighter. I consider personally the collective to be like a puzzle, and if everyone could just take ownership of their own puzzle piece, we can all be whole and we can really all win. Social media kind of makes it easy to see the other puzzle pieces. So it's like, oh, I want to be the part, I want to be that one because that one has a rainbow on it. And it's like, mine is just, you know, blue. And, but we're all just as important. And this is Spirit's just kind of thank you. Like, you've really been through a lot, or you have taken so much time out of the game, the dating game, to the point where you probably started to internalize these things like, okay, I'm single because no one wants me. Nothing happens in my love life because I'm not that girl. I'm not that guy. I'm not attractive. And Spirit's like, you have no idea the role that you've played and how you've impacted people and how you will continue to impact people in the future. And just doubling down with it's not as if you need anyone, to remind you, you have spent a lot of time alone or worked on yourself to the point where you really don't need anyone. So do not feel pressure to choose. Do not feel pressure to conform to what everyone else has going on. If something isn't all the way right to you, say no, period. You know, you truly don't need anyone. And we got that offer that that's still brewing and gonna come in. So you don't have to choose someone, regardless if they're a past life love connection, twin flame, whatever you want to call it. You can always choose you, and that will always be choosing correctly. So that's what I got for you guys, group 2. That is what it came up for you guys today. My Etsy is below in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. But that is what I've got for you guys. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 3 with the orange geode and the Crystal Visions Tarot, this is your reading. Tapping in to see who will actively pursue you next in love. What actions will they take? What do they want with the connection? Their intentions. Let's see, Spirit, this is for group 3 with the orange geode. Show me who will actively pursue group 3 next in love. Oh, I love it. We got the loyalty card that came out first. So this person is going to be someone who is loyal to you. Someone who really wants to build something. We have the preparing card that just tried to jump out as well, which just makes it 1000% better, because that means they've actually been working on themselves. We got the preparing. At the bottom of preparing, it says doing inner work. So this is someone who doesn't just want a relationship, but someone who's been working to actually be in alignment with a relationship, someone who's equipped to have one, someone who's emotionally intelligent, someone who's been working on themselves and really doing their best to prepare for a serious connection. We got the trust card too. All right. And humility. I love it. Now, this is the only thing that's throwing me off is we do have the forgiveness card. At the bottom of forgiveness, actually, it makes sense now. Now that I read the bottom, it says releasing resentments. So this person had to forgive their exes, forgive their parents, forgive whoever, society, the man, whoever they feel like has oppressed them, the powers that be, to making them, you know, get off track, making them feel like other things were important that weren't important, making them feel like they weren't enough, or that they needed to be a different way. Doing the inner work. To me, it feels more like childhood trauma type of thing. It feels more like they had to forgive their parents with that. I'm just like getting like a religious energy. Like it's like maybe they grew up like in a part of a religion, but now they identify as spiritual and they feel like they were lied to. That's something a lot of people go through, because a lot of people are raised up religiously. Not as much, you know, as the years go on, but a lot of people have been raised up religiously and they feel bamboozled. I felt that way personally. I was raised up very, very religious. And once I became spiritual, like, man, I was so mad at God, spirit, the higher power, feeling like I had been lied to. Like, why would you let me think this all along? Why would, you know, people teach this to me as if it was like really this way. So that feels like what it was for them as well, like some sort of like deeply ingrained teaching or belief system or parental relationship guidance that was just so wrong or inappropriate for them. Like this is an energy of their parents like allowing them to have their first drink at 10, like just putting them on a path that would not be healthy for them. Or if this is a feminine, like raising her to feel like she had to be the object of every man's desire. And it's all DNA encoding. You know, going back from history where it's like, yeah, that was exactly the situation. You do want to make yourself as best in alignment for, you know, a husband or a suitor so that, you know, your whole family could win. But even so, this person definitely had to get through some stuff about that. So anyways, loyalty says dedication to love. Trust says faith in love. So this is person, they're at a point where they believe again. They're ready to be loyal to someone, ready to really love someone. We have serious intentions and humility. I just love this energy so much. Serious intention says playing for keep. Humility says selfless in all ways. So this person may have been like, they may have been like a bit toxic in the past, but they've really humbled themselves and they're like, I am not that important, not in a relationship. You know, it's equal give and take, equal importance, equal reciprocity. We both matter and we both need to be satisfied in order for this relationship to work out. So maybe they did fumble a relationship in the past and that's what it took for them to realize like, okay, I can't keep living like this because I'm going to end up with nothing. With no one. Regardless, we got the new beginning and the soulmate card here. Soulmate says a harmonic soul union. New beginning says a fresh start in love. So they're fully ready to move forward, fully ready to start something with you. And they're coming through as very genuine. Let me see, Spirit. What are their intentions? What is the nature of the offer they're making to group 3? Ooh, interesting. And it's funny because we did get that new beginning card that came up as well. So we have community, release, and change. It's looking like they're wanting to live life differently. You may be a very spiritual person. They may be a very spiritual person as well. Or this is giving power couple energy. Like you guys are going to impact whatever the community you're in. So say you do business online, you're going to influence and level up people from all across the world. Or if you are into real estate, like this gives the kind of energy where it's like you guys may start a business, or like I said, just be a power couple. You know, this person can be very passionate about teaching or coaching, and then you could be very passionate about real estate. So everybody in the community essentially knows you. They know, you know, your person as the coach or as the teacher. They know you as the person with the real estate plug, you know. So I really feel like power couple energy. But with this community card, for me, if I had to say, I would say spiritual, but you can bless people in so many different ways. We just can't limit it to spirituality because it seems like a higher purpose. And you're showing people that they can live a different way. You're taking people with maybe like bad credit, not the best credit, and like I said, you guys are starting a business and you're helping people get homes, or your person definitely feels very passionate about spirituality and passionate about being authentic to yourself and living for yourself, not for like, you know, the man, or not for the purpose of pleasing people above you or just falling in line. Just because that's what you're taught. We have the change card here. So you guys are breaking generational curses together, and people in your community know you. You're impacting the community that you're serving in, like I said, whether it's online or whether it's, you know, in person. But we have the release card. So you're changing lives. This definitely feels like someone that you were meant to meet in this lifetime. You guys are serving a higher purpose together. And there's going to be a lot of changes that both of you go through this relationship. So they're offering partnership. Their intention is to start a relationship with you and it to be different than any relationship that either of you have experienced in the past. You know, like you guys may not be conforming to gender norms. You know, if you make $500,000, you may have money figured out, so they may take care of the home, even if like you're a woman and they're a man, and it's like that would be like the opposite. I see you guys sharing everything. I see you sharing responsibility for children if you guys have kids, sharing responsibility for the home. You both cook and clean, you both pay bills, sharing responsibility for everything. Like, you know, I want to be treated sometimes too type of energy, like from your person. Even if they're a masculine, they're like, I would like some flowers. My son actually asked me for flowers for his birthday. He's like, Mom, I already know what I want for my birthday. I'm like, your birthday is after Christmas. Don't freaking trigger me talking about your birthday, because it's so triggering. To have his birthday's in February. I'm like, it's just like a month ago. You just got everything for. So anyways, he's like, Mom, I know what I want already for my birthday. I want flowers because you never got me flowers. And I was like, okay, I'll get you flowers. But it was just kind of cute. And that's the energy that I feel here with you guys, where it's like, I want flowers too. I like chocolates. So we have standstill, wisdom, and flexibility. You guys are definitely going to be doing a lot of learning together and breaking generational curses. We have the wisdom card. So that's an energy of you guys learning a lot in this lifetime and activating your DNA, so that once you have your kids, it's funny because I was talking in the beginning of your reading, like, you know, really it comes from like DNA, or maybe that was group 2 that I was talking about, DNA and coding and things like that. But a lot of our tendencies, our habits do come from DNA and coding, like people from time ago, women feeling like they have to make themselves perfect for men for the purpose of marriage. That has been passed on into the DNA. You are a conscious being and your body is conscious, whether you'll acknowledge it or not. That is exactly the case. So, you know, a lot of this, you know, poverty mindset and poverty tendencies are passed on genetically, and through you guys living a different life, you are changing history for your community and other people's lives, so that their DNA will change and they will pass on. Like, you're really making the world a better place. So we have the wisdom card, we have standstill and flexibility. standstill. I do feel like you guys are going to face some challenges, but that is your life's purpose. And I can appreciate that your life purpose is unfolding in a very personal kind of way, because that means that it won't feel like something outside of you that feels like totally off course. Like, because your life purpose is to upgrade your DNA and whatever way you make impact in your community, whether it's helping them start businesses so that they can feed their family, their children, and give, you know, generational wealth off, or learning, you know, how to get themselves out of poverty and actually live in a nice home. It doesn't matter what it is that you're doing. You're helping other people. You're sending waves throughout the collective consciousness. And so, of course, there's going to be some, you know, standstills, some hard times, but it is not something that feels like, okay, I have my bills to pay and everything else going on in my life, and then this life purpose, if you know what I mean. It's just kind of like everything's kind of locked into what you're already doing, or it's just naturally happening. So let's see what else we got. Spirit, what can you tell me here? You will likely choose to be with this person. We have the Empress card and the Seven of Cups in reverse. So this is an energy of exactly what you've been looking for. And I feel like the thing that you love about this person the most is their humility and their willingness to move into a relationship with you and to be vulnerable and to pursue you, to show their affection and love for you. Because nowadays it's like simping, you know what I mean? Like, people call it simping, like you're simping. They make it a negative thing. If you're showing emotion, it's negative. Being heartless makes you somehow, in a backwards way, more cool and more liked. And what you love about this person is that they're just willing to give to you whatever you want, when you want it, okay? And now I'm feeling a lot of sexual energy here. I'm not going to take those. I feel a very sensual energy, like the intimacy, okay, is on point. Spirit, what else can you tell me for group 3? When you meet this person, they're not rich, by the way. And I feel like that's something important for you to know, because Spirit doesn't want you to think that this isn't your person that you can't win with. We have the Six of Wands in reverse, King of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ten of Wands. So when you're meeting this person, what makes them different is the fact that, you know, and honestly, that's a part of why they're able to be so humble, because we all have highs and lows, and going through the lows really make you resonate with other people, really, you know, make you appreciate where other people are and understand them better. I don't feel like they're like broken, you know, putting responsibility on your plate, but Spirit specifically brought that up. So it must be important to you, or something that you are looking for, someone who already has a foundation of wealth built. This person has a lot of potential, though. This person is going to make a huge impact. And through this person, you may even not care as much about money, because this feels like a couple that has enough. I do feel like you guys are going to be wealthy. I don't know why real estate specifically keeps coming up, but I keep freaking hearing that. Regardless, you guys are going to get the best possible deal to where, yeah, and I do see you living together, by the way, but you're going to get the best possible deal where you'll be able to pay off your mortgage a lot quicker, or, you know, get a deal on a house that's a lot cheaper than you would have anticipated, so it's easier for you to pay it off. But when you're meeting this person, they're kind of like at Ten of Wands position, where they've just completed a tough cycle. And we talked about that in the beginning with their like relationship wound, either with their parents, their forgiveness wound, you know, whether it's from religion or whether it's from their parents, wherever it came from. But Spirit wanted you to know, like, this person isn't going to be a millionaire when you meet them, and that's a part of what makes them so humble, because a lot of masculines, again, through that DNA encoding, the more money you have, the more likely, the better offers you're gonna get. Everyone's gonna be, you know, getting their best daughters around to present to you. It's that DNA encoding. So this person not having money or not being rich is making them much more humble and not seeing you as, you know, they're seeing you as a commodity, like something that is to be cherished. They're humbling themselves for you, not putting you in a position where you feel like you have to chase them. So it obviously is important in some way, so Spirit brought it up. But It may even just be that you would have imagined that the person of your dreams or the person you're supposed to be with would just appear to be a certain way or be in a different period in their life, and Spirit wants to give you that heads up so that you know, so you don't write them off. We have the Strength card in reverse, the 7 of Wands, and the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. So in fairness, you're not exactly where you want to be either. And this could be in whatever way, because, you know, okay, say you're really good with money, but you haven't done any of your, like you haven't made amends with your parents or done any shadow work to the point where you're genuinely a healthy person. So if they're super emotionally mature, you're gonna feel so freaking triggered and like not equal to this person, because they can like transmute their emotions quickly. They're genuinely a healed person. They're not toxic. You're gonna seem like crazy. So it can be in any way that you feel that way, but Spirit is saying there's other things that you also need to complete as well. So we have the Emperor here, which means there is a true pair. We had the Empress before, but the Emperor is showing up in reverse. The energy that I get is you guys don't want to repeat the past. I feel like the Emperor is showing up in reverse because of your perception and where your value is based. Thank you, Spirit. You're not seeing them as the Emperor because they remind you of going backwards or of someone of the past. You don't want to go backwards, you want to go forward. So you've got out of a toxic situation, whether that's you were struggling financially or with you know, someone that wasn't equally yoked to you. You see this person, they don't have everything you have or that you want, and it feels like a gamble. So that's crazy how, and that's why it came up, because I'm like, something like this usually wouldn't come up. Like, Spirit, why are you telling me about this person's finances or about the value that they have to group 3? And Spirit's like, because they will literally see them differently, not as who they are, and miss out on an opportunity just because of their you know, what they perceive to be as, you know, someone who they're equally yoked to. So you just want to be aware of that. We got the Ace of Cups. So your number one top priority is taking care of yourself. We also have the 3 of Wands. So you're in an energy of expectation right now, meaning that you've done the work. So you're expecting Spirit to come through and make you like, put you in alignment with someone who's going to make you an offer that's going to be real good. You've definitely done the work. And with that Ace of Cups, it's like, I know what I deserve and I'm waiting for it, and I know it'll come through soon. So when this person comes through and it looks like they have a lot of things that, or when this person comes through and it doesn't seem like they have anything that you asked for, I feel like you need, your knee-jerk reaction is going to be to deny this person. But Spirit is like, this person has so much that you need and you don't even know. We have the 9 of Wands, which is an energy of cycle completion. So Spirit is saying, you think you know, you really do, but be open even still. And you do know. I mean, we have the Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. So you've built up your internal wisdom. You have a lot of wisdom and you've lived life and learned different lessons, but try. Spirit is telling you, like, just try and really commit to allowing Spirit to surprise you and to bring to you what you need. We have indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. So Spirit is saying, for this decision, you're going to feel called to them from a heart space or from a solar plexus space, but you need to make your decision from your intuition, because if you use your logic is going to tell you this person doesn't have the qualities that I need, but your logic is only based in your left brain. And guess what? Your intuition doesn't live there. Your intuition lives inside you. So you have to make decisions based on, you know, the feeling, and there's going to be a lot of trust required as well for you. And then we have failure. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn, is what it says on that one. So perhaps you have had some failure in the past and this is a second chance to really win. Maybe you've had someone love you. I've had that situation, unfortunately, where it's like, dang, if I would have given that person the time of day I would have had such a different life, because they really did want to be with me and be there for me, and they would have taken care of me. But my priorities and my desires and what I thought I needed was so effed up that I went for someone who literally had absolutely nothing to offer me just because it was fun. Don't be like me. Make the decision based on your heart and where spirit is leading you. That is what I got for you guys, group 3. My Etsy is below if you want a private tarot reading, and that is where you can find me. But that's what I got for you guys today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 4 with the white geode, this is your reading. We're using the Tarot of the Divine for you guys today to tap into and see who will actively pursue you next in love. What are their intentions? What are they offering? What are they trying to build with you? What's going on? So Spirit, this is for group 4 with the white geode. Show me who will actively pursue them next in love. Oh goodness. Okay, so we got the options card that came up first of all. We have birth. Cool. Okay. Spirit for group 4. Wow. For group 4. Okay. So first of all, we have options and birth. So there's going to be more than one offer that comes through. So I'll clarify that and get the energies next. Options, many different possibilities. Birth says new beginnings in love. So it feels like you guys have kind of gone through a personal transformation that has prompted this happening, where it's like you got more than one person trying to come through. We also got the clarity card. So it may not have been like a serious glow up that you've had, or like a really big foundational change. It may have just been like an epiphany, like I could have so much more. This can come through one experience. That, like, man, I've had things like that happen to me before, where it's like I've gone to an event and the way that I was treated at this event was so different than the way that I had been treated by other people, that it just confirmed for me, like, damn, no, there really are different people out there for you. And if they wanted to, they would. And what someone won't do, trust and believe the next person will. And so it could be something like that for you, where it's like, it's just one night, you decide to do something random and you have this experience that, whoo, just kind of blows your freaking mind. Clarity says realization in love. So it could be a clarity directly related to love, or it could be a clarity that you have about who you are. That would be really cool if you had like a download that it like shows you who you are, that you're some goddess or god or whatever you want to call it, and this higher level being. That would be cool. But spiritual base says spiritual connection. Serious intention says playing for keeps. So tapping into this energy, okay? It is looking like someone is coming through with serious intentions, and it'll be a spiritual base connection. Let me just clarify the energies here. Spirit, who are the options that will come through for group 4? Okay, so you guys may have a tendency to try to help your manifestations along. You may like try to disguise self-sabotage as helping, if I'm being completely honest and reading the energy for what it is. You may be the kind that it would not benefit you to know exactly who your soulmate is, or who your whoever future husband, future wife is, because if you did, you would only look out for that person, or you would try to manifest that person in when it's just going to happen naturally. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Four of Cups. Spirit is like, almost like, don't tell them, they don't need to know. I still have a feeling we're going to get an idea, but Spirit doesn't want you to get a clear, energetic view of this person. Like, okay, this person's like this is what they're offering, and this person's like that's what they're offering. And I feel like it also has something to do with the heart space. You haven't been leading with the heart. You may have been leading with what makes the most sense, and Spirit is kind of like putting you in position where you really have to. But we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. So Spirit is like, they can't handle the truth. They can't handle the communication of what's coming to them. The Moon in reverse, this is not something that is their worry. It's not, you know, something that they need to know. So I don't know. We'll keep going and we'll see what comes up. But Spirit is like, it would be either something that would cause them to self-sabotage, some way, somehow, it would end up being a negative for you to know. So we have the Hand of Cards and the Clock. So also, I do feel like this is going to be revealed in due time. You guys probably have like the quickest time frame of all the groups of when love will come in for you. And Spirit is like, I don't want you to show your hand to people because you already know who they are. So it could be that, like, if you meet people, they haven't had a reading to see, okay, who they're looking for. So you already know. So you seem like you're locked in. Next thing you know, you've created this energetic imbalance where you're now in chaser position to someone you're equally yoked with, you know? So it wouldn't serve you exactly to know, but I'm sure we'll get something. Hand of Cards says take a chance, risk, being strategic. Options, we got the options card. Not showing your hand, like I was saying before, and gambling. So Spirit is really wanting you to take the gamble. And it's funny how taking the gamble is associated with the heart. Like, isn't it so crazy how our words and our sayings that we use are set up to discredit the heart, the intuition, the other half of us? It's insane when you think about it. It's deep. But the Clock, need time, takes time. What does that say? End time cycles, heal and progress. Time to heal and progress, it says. So you're making slow and steady progress, and Spirit wants you to be put in a position where you really have to be vulnerable and like someone. The bottom of the deck, we got the I like you card. This one says someone likes you, romance is blooming, fun flirting, and wanting to date. So Spirit is like, I want you to fully also have this experience. You know, your own anxiousness or desire to just be locked into a situation has kept you from the honeymoon phase, or has caused you to self-sabotage and rush things before you even knew whether or not someone was worthy of being in your life. You may have associated them with value, and it's like you never got none of that value. If you look back at it, you don't have nothing to show for it but the fantasies that you made up in your head about that person, because they did not show up as that person. And Spirit is like, no, you need to experience this. You need to see it. This person, even though they have value to offer you, they need to show you in real life that value. You need to see it. You need to experience it. And it's like, may the best person win. Don't show your hand by already communicating to this person, whether it's energetically or physically with your mouth, that you already know they're the one. Like, experience it. Still handle them like any other experience where you suss it out, you get to know them, you get to see what they have to offer, and you make your decision based from that point of view. Oh my goodness. Also, someone from the past is coming back. We have Twin Flames and the Snake. Twin Flame says yin and yang, zen, balance, union, duality, coupling, complementing each other. The Snake says competition, enemy, clever, malicious, looking over your shoulder and the other woman. So you may have had a third-party situation with a twin flame or with a very strong magnetic connection. I go in and out of wanting to use the term. In some seasons, I like to identify, okay, who is this person? And some seasons I don't. And I'm in one of those seasons where I don't really like the terms. I feel like it gets overused, or we start to like hyper-focus on a certain archetype versus what we're actually dealing with. But it is looking like it was some sort of like really strong connection. We have the Boat here as well. So this is going to be some sort of turning point for you. The boat says receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, and closure issues. So you may be trying to move on with your life while this twin flame is coming back in your life, or you're just having a hard time letting someone go who is a snake to you, who is the twin flame. They mirrored you, they showed you the real you. Like I was saying before, like, I am a Cancer. I'm never going to say anything to hurt you, but I'm not going to keep myself from saying something if it's going to actually help you grow, even if you're mad at me temporarily. And I'm so hard on my friends and my family. Like, I just can't do it because, you know, being so heart-based has gotten me hurt to the point where I just really wished someone was honest with me, and a lot of people weren't when I was going through it. You know, a lot of people told me to stick it out or entertain my delusions, like, well, they did this one nice thing 3 months ago and a bunch of BS in between. And I wish that, you know, people wouldn't tell me, well, yeah, they did get you flowers, so they do have a sweet side. Like, no, they freaking suck. So anyways, with you guys, I'm feeling an energy of you having to really face this, so that, like, that mirroring showed you what you're willing to do for someone who has not done for you. A lot of times people think like, oh, if I'm in a twin flame connection and they're my mirror, they're supposed to give me the love that I'm willing to give. No, that's not what it is at all. They're shining a mirror on you. They're mirroring you, but in a very spiritual way, not in a literal way. So they're showing you what exactly you're willing to do. They're shining light on you to the point where a lot of people like black out and don't even remember half the stuff that they do because it's so embarrassing. And it's like something you don't want to think about, how much you did or how you groveled for someone, you know. But there is a twin flame situation that you're having a hard time moving on from, but that relationship definitely served a purpose. I do see that person is coming back though, and it's either hard for you to say no to this person, or it's hard for you to move on from them. There's some sort of struggle there. What I can say though is you are moving on. We got coffee cup and lightning. The coffee cup says meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, and friendship. Lightning says sudden change, shocking news, surprise epiphany, upheaval, and transformation. So you've done a lot of work on yourself internally, and I really just feel this energy of spirit coming in and helping you with that last bit of like whatever it is that you need so you can fully move into the next phase. We have the cassette, the sword and the rose, and girl talk. Girl talk says time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, and having fun. So linking with friends, getting a reading, reaching out to new communities, connecting with online communities, starting a new hobby. I was stuck between habit and hobby. Starting a new habit or hobby, whatever. Going to the gym can, you know, open you up to meeting new people, and that would be really helpful for you at this time. Sharing with your friends what you're going through, because they can help hold you accountable. You know, a lot of things at the time when I was in a really shitty situation or relationship, I wouldn't even tell my friends and family all it is that I truly experienced there or what happened. Some of the things I couldn't because they were so crazy, but some of the things were just so embarrassing, and I didn't want them to tell me to leave because I was not ready to leave. But Spirit is, you know, calling you to do that, to lighten your load, to give you a sense of camaraderie and community and, you know, partnership, but also to help hold you accountable if you're really struggling to let this twin flame go, because they are coming back. And then we have the sword and the rose, clarity, revelation, truth, solidarity. Yeah, these people are really going to help you. Whoever you connect with, force, honor, protection, and power. So Spirit is wanting you to connect with other people who can hold you accountable, connect with your community at this time. Because we got the cassette here, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. As much as you think things through and you really try to move on with your life, honestly, time really does heal all wounds. Having new experiences, going out is better than just trying to constantly find a positive way to view what you've gone through in the past. A lot of what I've gone through in the past, Spirit, the universe has paid me back. That person did not pay me back. They did not apologize. They did not take accountability. They did not, you know, do anything for me. So trying to make the past something that was in my favor and finding perspective at a certain point just really did not work. And I had to fill my life with new experiences and love and, you know, partnership from other people to actually heal and move on from it. And now at this point, I think of the past, and some of it is extremely dark, but I still don't look at it with negative emotions or any emotion at all, because I'm truly in a different place. So Spirit may be saying, like, you've hit a wall in terms of how you can reason it in your head what you've gone through. Don't discredit your experience. Don't gaslight yourself. Just accept, yes, it was effed up. And no, they may not be the one to heal it, but Spirit will. And a new person will. We got the butterfly, the palm tree, and abundance. I love it. This is looking like a lifestyle change. Going back to that card that talked about, which one was it? The boat? There was one of these cards. I'm not going to go through all of them because a lot came out for you. But one of these cards we're talking about like a potential move or moving somewhere, some sort of like going to a new place. We had upheaval and transformation. Maybe that's what it was. But anyways, we got the butterfly, relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. The palm tree, stability, security, permanence, growth, and endurance, flexibility. Man, your new life is really going to be so good. And you got some coins coming in, okay? So that'll put a smile on your face. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want, gratitude and bliss. And the only way to manifest, what you want is by moving on from the past, because that will allow you to accept a new reality. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Spirit, can you tell me anything else about who's coming in for group 4? Can we get something? Like, I understand, I get the message, but can we get something? We have the King of Cups and the Strength card in reverse. So Spirit is like, it's not about them, it's all about you. Okay, now Spirit's giving us pushback, so we're going to move on. We got the Star in reverse and the Two of Cups in reverse. So Spirit's like, they're going to be nothing like your past. They're not going to fill you up with a bunch of empty promises, but it's not about them. It's about you. Strength card in reverse, King of Cups in reverse. The person that's coming in, it's not that they're so amazing. It's that they see you for who you are and they genuinely want to build with you. It's a spiritual based connection with a person who has serious intentions, who is willing to, even when the happiness and the butterflies and the fun stuff fades away, they're still willing to work on your problems, to do for you, to love you, to be there with you. And that's what makes the union so special. So it's not about the person. You're not meeting this amazing person, this demigod that's dropped here on earth just to give you the romantic experience that you deserve. You're meeting someone who really has a genuine connection with you, that has the discipline to love you, the desire to love you, wants to be with you, and actually takes action on that. Someone who's not lazy and doesn't allow you to take up more responsibility than you should. You're just meeting a solid partner. That's what this is. It's not like, it will feel magical to be loved in this way, but there's nothing magical about it. It's so real and raw that Spirit is like, ask me one more again about who this person is, and you gonna see. F around and find out. So, heard you. Move it on. We have the Ace of Cups, the Sun in reverse, and the Four of Swords in reverse. There's also this energy of untangling. To be honest, you guys may not even be the type of person who likes or believes in like a fairy tale kind of romance. A lot of us have creative minds, but a lot of us have more analytical minds. So you prefer a connection with someone where it's like, we make sense, our lifestyles match up, we have good communication, this person is disciplined, versus, oh my God, we're so in love with each other, kissy kissy all the time. Like, you may not even like physical touch. It could be from what you've been through, or it could just be that's just not how you are or what you're looking for at this point. So maybe this is just like more of a reflection of, you and what you prefer. But regardless, we got the Ace of Cups. So your cup is being filled in 100%. Your cup is being filled 100%. Spirit, what else can you tell me for group 4? Any other messages? We have the Justice card and the Six of Coins. So you're being paid back for some things that have been done to you. And like I was saying, for me, the really bad relationship I was in, that person did not pay me back. I have not talked to that person. The worst relationship that I've had was years ago, and I haven't spoken a word to them since. But the universe paid me back through people that genuinely care about me and fill my cup and watch out for me and, pour love into my life. Relationships with people who are willing to put in the work even if I didn't choose to be with them. New experiences, financial prosperity. Spirit will pay you back. Spirit will pay you back for the things that, you know, you have lost and given. We have freedom and solitude. Spirit is also saying, take this time while you are single to enjoy your singlehood, because it's really a gift. Because regardless of, like, we all love to be in relationships, but it's still like, it's a lot of work. And Spirit is wanting you to really enjoy your singlehood, because it's an era. You're going to look back at your life like, dang, I was a serial monogamous. Like, I didn't even enjoy my singlehood. Even when I was single for months or years, like, I didn't even enjoy it. I didn't like do all the things that people tell you to do, like travel and, you know, experience other cultures and new things. I didn't do any of that because I was so focused on what I didn't have that I sat in that present moment and I didn't do anything with it. Spirit is telling you to optimize this time that you do have now for you and to enjoy yourself. And that's what I got for you, group 4. My Etsy is in the description below if you'd like a private tarot reading. That is where you can find me. But that is what I got for you guys today. I love you. I'll talk to you soon.